Alright, we're doing something a little bit different today. Something I am excited to do. Very, very excited here. And of course it doesn't pop up here. Let me bring that up. There we go. Kerbal Space Program. And hi, Abraham. Yes, you're first again. And you might be all alone right now. Hopefully that changes soon. But yeah, you oh, hey, hi, there we go. There we go. Turn that down. My deal is a bit. All right, so Kerbal Space Program, finally able to stream this. I've been wanting to stream this for literally years. Here's the issue. I am on the Xbox, not on the PC. Which means that I have to do calculations by hand, and I will explain a little bit more about this later on as we get into it. But this is going to be the very, very beginning of my comprehensive career. And you guys, whoever watches this video, will be in on the ground floor. Even somewhat the boring stuff. There's a couple of boring parts right at the beginning. I understand. Let's go ahead and get this game going. And all right, so I already went in and I started and resume saved. All right, Woody's Rockets. You can see we're at year 1, day 1, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 25,000 funds. Science 0, reputation 0, contract 0, flight 0, everything 0. I wanted to go ahead and start this, get it out of the way. I did not modify any of the difficulty settings, so I get 100% of the science, the funds, everything. I wanted this to be totally legit, so that's what I did. Made it normal mode. For those of you who do know, I will be able to revert launches. There's not much music. There's not really any sound going on here. I need to get some music going on. Okay, so this is Kerbal Space Program for anyone who does not know. And there are 6 hours in a Kerbal day. And so I am still getting used to the controls here, by the way. I'm still getting used to these controls, so if I mess up a control, something like that, because I'm so used to the PC and playing on PC that I don't... Why do I not have sound all of a sudden? Oh, I know why I don't have sound. There we go. Alright, I fixed my sound. We now have sound, everyone. We now have sound. Okay, so I can only have 2 contracts right now. So we're going to get our first contract. And this is the way it's going to work in my comprehensive career. Okay, my budget for each mission, I'm going to write this down so that way I can put it somewhere later. For each mission is going to be 40%, not 4%, 40% of what we make. So in other words, if you look over here, okay, I can't do this right now. Okay, so completion right there is 6,400 for this. So 6,400 times 0.4 for the 40. We're gonna be doing lots of math. I hope you guys are ready for some math. So I got my TI 84 plus CE right here. Do a lot of calculations here, especially when it comes to the natural log and stuff like that. But and I'll get into all that later. You are gonna leave this stream smarter than you entered it, unless you've already been through Calculus 1, Calculus 2, maybe even some Calculus 3. But anyway, so yeah, we've got 6,400 times 0.4. So our budget for this mission would be 2,560. That's how it is. Okay, so all right, and so our budget for this, or our launch our first vessel, 3,200. Okay. So 3,200. Our budget would be 1280. So there we go. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead. We can only get 2 contracts at first. All right, so we're going to return to the Space Center. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look around, being the very first time that I am on this game. But being the first time that I'm in here, I'm going to kind of orient you. All right, so this here, in fact, let me click. There we go. So we've got the administration building. It may not seem like a very exciting place at first, but here's where all our strategic decisions are made. We can go here and we can do these different things. Like, we can say, okay, take science and change it for money. Take science and change it for reputation. Things like that. Bailout grant, reputation goes down, but you get funds, you know, or money, you know. So, yeah, so things like that. Okay, and we're going to explain science here soon. So then, we got the astronaut complex. Currently, we can hire 5 astronauts. But yeah, upgrading the astronaut. Whoops, that's not what we're doing. Upgrading the astronaut complex will allow us only 9 minutes, and my brain is already dead. You just wait, Abraham. We're gonna get into some pretty stuff. You see up in the top right corner that dV equals ISP times G times the natural log of mass 1 divided by mass 2. We're gonna get into that, and I'm going to explain that later. Okay, that is something that you will learn at some point in either this stream or an upcoming one. All right. But yeah, so upgrading the astronaut complex gives us more. Okay, we can't actually upgrade it yet because we don't have the money, but it'll give us more Kerbals. Kerbals are our. We're on the planet Kerbin. And so Kerbals are like saying Earthlings, okay? We can get more of them, and they can then get out of the ship in different places, okay? That's just a flagpole. All right, the launch pad, obviously, where we launch our rockets from. It can currently hold a certain vessel size, okay? And a certain weight. So it can only go so big by so heavy, currently. You can upgrade it to hold bigger rockets. We're going to go back. Now here we've got mission control. We were just there. And it is where we actually get our missions. And we can upgrade it to do more missions at a time, which we're going to need to do eventually, because this is a comprehensive career, which means I don't just fast forward anytime I feel like getting. If a mission is going to take an entire year, I don't just fast forward through that whole year. All right, so You'll understand a little bit more about that later. All right, so research and development. This is where all the magic happens. As we play the game, we get money for doing. And you can see in the very top there, you can see we've got 28,360 Kerbucks, I think they're called, and that's our money. But over there to the right of that, you see we have 0.0 science. I'm gonna jump in out of nowhere. I hope he does. I hope he hops in here, because he, being an engineer, he would probably love this. Yeah, and so okay, so you can see how we have no science yet, but when we do have science, which we get from performing experiments, and I'll show you, we're actually gonna get some here pretty quickly. We can go in here. Oops, and I'm gonna. Oh, I can't just click out of the. Okay, so. Yeah, get out of there. But, like this right here, basic rocketry, takes 5 science, and it gives you those parts that are shown on the very far right. So I can actually do that, and I can see the parts. I'll get the swivel liquid fuel engine, which I will use a lot. All right, I will use it a lot. The hammer solid fuel booster, I'll use it a little bit. And this little fuel tank, the FLT 100, we won't use it very much, except at the very beginning when we have to use it. Okay. So then, all right. So we get out of. So that's what we do. We can come down here to engineering, and this is also costs 5 science. So this is our technology tree, costing science all the way up to 1,000 science there, 550 science there. you know, so we've got all kinds of stuff here, but it all starts right here. We barely have any rocket parts. We barely have anything we can do. But we can buy things soon, and we're going to get some science really soon. So we're going to continue on, and my dog's whining. Sorry about that. Now we've got the runway, because not only do we go straight up and worry about space, but we also worry about jets and things like that. So we can actually have a runway that we can have jets take off. And I will admit, I am horrible at making working jets. I am absolutely horrible at that. I've built maybe 2 out of 400 and something, like 475, 480 hours on Steam of me playing this game. I have only made like 2 that actually work. So I hope you are having a good Friday. You know what? So far, I'm having a great Friday, Abraham, and it's just going to get better here in about a little over 2 hours. I'm going to be starting Friday Night Smite with Mesophesto. 0 and 09 is not going to be able to join us tonight, but at Mesophesto will be able to join us. And I'm really looking forward to that, playing with him. All right, so then we have our spaceplane hangar. It's the same thing as, well, it's where we build our space planes or airplanes and things like that. We've got our tracking station. Let's go ahead and take a look in here. We've got our tracking station. And we can go up here and be like, okay, I don't have any debris. I don't have anything to look at yet here. But if there were any missions going on, things like that, we could actually take a look. Now, this is Kerbin. It's a lot like Earth. You know what, Second Buffalo, I really, really like this game. It's amazing. I just bought it for the Xbox, so which means I'm going to have to figure out everything by hand. I've played nearly 500 hours of it on Steam using like Kerbal Engineer and things like that. But I'm just now starting it on the Xbox. Just bought it today, actually. But so, yeah, we're looking at Kerbin. And, again, a lot like the Earth, not exactly. But the basic same physics apply. And then if we wanted to, you know, space objects, unknown, flags, and debris. Now, being a comprehensive career, I'm going to try not to have very much debris up there. I'm going to try not to have very much debris. But that's a conversation for another time. So let's go ahead and get out of here. How do I get out of here? Okay, leave tracking station. There we go. Again, I'm still getting used to these controls. There, this is loading there. I'm still getting used to the controls here. And okay, we're gonna go down here. All right, so that was, and then we've got the vehicle assembly building. This is where we're gonna spend a whole lot of our time. We're gonna spend a lot of our time here, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in there and start our very first mission. All right, so we've got 2 missions right now, and that is simply to science Kerbal. Okay, get science off the surface of Kerbin and launch a rocket. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, first of all, I need to get used to this again. Okay. So we're going to simply build that, and we're going to come down here. What do we have for science? So far, we've got this. That is it. That is it for science. Do I have any payload thing? Nothing. Okay. I don't have hardly anything going on. I don't even have... So here's what we're going to do. We're not even going to launch our first vessel. What we're going to do is we're going to take this, and you'll get used to seeing some of the stuff. And if you have questions, feel free to ask. But you will get used to seeing things. All right, there we go. And so this is going to be our first vessel. We're not even going to launch into space. We're not going to launch at all. Notice we're at 200. What was our original? I don't remember what I said our original thing was, but we don't really have to worry about this at all because we're going to recover this whole thing, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, this is our very first vessel. We're going to go ahead and launch it here. Very boring. I will grant you that immediately. This is very boring. But we're going to complete our first quest with it. And so what we're going to do... There we go. I can't... Oh, look at that. It's funny. I can spin it because it's so... But I'm going to get out of here. And I don't think I can zoom in. Can I? I can't. Okay. But what I can do is I can go like this and be like, okay, interact there, observe mystery goo. And we get science. Look at that. We get 3 science. We're going to recover it. keep experiment. Now we're going to go ahead and do it on the other side. There we go. Observe mystery goo. Now we're not, it's going to say we're going to get 3 science, but we're not going to get as much, honestly. Now we're going to go here, and we're going to go, okay, we're going to go crew report and get some science, 1.5 science. Notice we're getting tiny amounts of science, but we only need a tiny amount of science at this point. Now, can I exit? Okay, I can do this. Watch this. I can get out. Okay, all right, let go. Hey, thank you. Oh, Rocket Builder 89 is now following. I appreciate it, Rocket Builder. Okay, let go. Okay, oh, I gotta. There we go. We're gonna let go, and we're gonna move around. I'm still getting used to these controls on the Xbox. It's instead of NASA, I bet it's Cursa or Cur-X. I'm still getting used to these controls, and so, like I said, this is my. I just got it on Xbox today, but okay. So now we're gonna go here, and we are going to take an EVA report. We're not gonna get much. We're gonna get 2.4 science for it. So now we're gonna turn back around, and we're just gonna go back to the ship. We're gonna climb it, and we're gonna board the ship, and then we're gonna come here, and we're gonna recover the ship. We're gonna recover the vessel right here. So now we have some science we can spend. I'm not going to spend it yet, though, because I'm actually going to take this ship. Okay, look at all that. We end up getting 7.6 science earned. Hey, and I got an achievement. You've completed your first contract. So now we got 7.6 science for a total of 9, because we also got some from completing the contract. So there we go, and we recovered all the money. Now remember that it cost us 2,200 to make that little tiny thing, and at the bottom there you see we recovered 2,200. So now, and then we got the money from finishing the contract. So yeah, burp. I got some burps going. I just had a lot of pizza, and I'm drinking this huge drink right here, this 100 ouncer here. But so now I've got 45,000 funds. Then my crew, Jebediah Kerman, our favorite Jebediah Kerman, our favorite pilot. So we're gonna go ahead and exit there. Now, instead, like I said, instead of going and spending this immediately, we're just going to go to the spaceplane hangar. And we're going to load that same exact shipper. We should be able to. We can on, there we go. How do I load ships? Now, this is something I need to, nope. Okay, go here. Okay, open craft, I guess, and we're gonna go here. There we go. Perfect. And then we're just gonna launch it here. Boom. Now, this very beginning, these very first couple things, super boring, I understand, but they kind of help you learn a little bit about this game and what we're doing. We're gonna launch a ship very shortly, don't worry. So I'm gonna do the same thing I've already done here. I'm going to go ahead and observe the mystery goo, and let's see how much science we get here. 3 science. Nice. Okay, we're going to observe it on this side. And, oh, well, let's just do that. EVA. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and just get the EVA report right here, and get 2.4 science. That's actually not bad. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and board that. And let's go ahead and get the mystery goo here. Observe that. We're going to get ourselves a handful of science here. I remember back in the golden age of YouTube when Jacksepticeye played this game. This is, like I said before, this game is a game that I have wanted to stream for so long. Okay, crew report, another 1.5 science, and we're going to go recover the vessel here. Now, hello man, how are you? I do not speak English. Hey JJJ. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you watching. Hopefully you can speak enough English to understand what's going on here. Pretty awesome game. A lot of physics, a lot of math, a lot of engineering going into this game. All right, so we're going to go here to research and development, and we're going to spend our first, we're going to buy basic rocketry, which is going to get us, again, this engine we're going to use so much. We're going to use it so many times, and we're going to use this here, this fuel tank, a little bit, but not only until we no longer have to. So we're going to go ahead and, how do I buy it? There, research it. Boom. Now we could go, that's 20, that's 18, that's 50, but we're going to go ahead in here, and we're going to get some more science, thermometer. All right, so now we got a thermometer. We can get some more science right there. Now we only have 7.2, and there we go. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of here. We're going to go ahead and go back to mission control, and we're going to get our, we've only got one mission now, which is simply launch. All right, but now we've got a mission here. The completion reward is 32,000. So let's multiply that by 0.4, and I'm going to say, all right, our mission is, our budget for this mission is going to be 12,800. That's what we're going to try to fit this in. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our vehicle assembly building, enter building. And again, all right, so we're going to go ahead and build our first actual ship this launch. Okay, now this is pretty cool. This is just our what we were able to do here. All right, we got our stuff here. So we've got, okay, get out of there. Exit. Oh, wait a second. There we go. I can discard them. Perfect. And now, so we're gonna come over here, and we only have one pod. Unfortunately, let me see. We do not have any. Is with a friendly translator. Unfortunately, we don't have any automated stuff, so we're gonna have to build this here. All right, so we're gonna put that up there, and let me see. I don't even know if I have. Do I have ablators? I don't have anything like that. What about coupling? Okay, I do have a stacked decoupler. I don't. It's been so long since I've done this basic thing. You know what? We're just gonna be launching our first vessel, so we're actually going to make this very, very simple. We're just gonna get a thermometer here. Okay. Actually, there we go. All right, so we're gonna put 2 thermometers there, and we're gonna put 2 of these on there. Right now, we need to not die. Oh wow, all that's all we have for the parachute? That's not good. Okay, here's what we'll do then. Alright, the pancake. Hey, how's it going, Pancake King? Alright, so yeah, we've got alright, so we're gonna try not to die here. We don't. Now, one thing is, if our Kerbals die, they somehow survive. Okay, and so we're just gonna launch a simple. There we go. Boom. Very simple. We're gonna even put a little bit of this on there. Give me 3 of those. Help me steer a little bit. This is just to launch our first. Now you notice. We're way over budget. We are way over budget already. So, what we're going to need to do, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to escape the atmosphere is what we're going to do. Let's get rid of that. Issue is, how many parts can we have? Alright, so we can have up to 18 tons of mass, and we're nowhere near our parts. Okay, how many actual parts can we have? We can have 30 parts. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. We're going to go fuel tanks, and we're just going to put a whole bunch of them right there. Right there. right there. You know, here's what we're going to do, though. There's something very important that we need to do that I have not done yet. Okay. More info. Okay. Come on, get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. This is very important that we do this so we can figure out. Well, we don't really need our deltaV on this one. We actually just need our thrust to weight ratio for this one. So we're not gonna be worried too much about it. But this mass of this fuel, and I'm keeping a calculations sheet and fuel tank stats and all that because, you know, I really need to know all this since I don't. Encoding overloaded. Since I hopped web pages there. Okay, should be better now. Should be better now. But yeah. So anyway, this mass is 0.5625 tons. Okay. 0.5625 tons. The tank name is FL-T100. Alright, the reason I need to do that, you know, anytime I go into Google Sheets, it's given me that issue. I need to have... Okay, so I tell you what, chat, for the next one, I'm actually going to have a tablet charged up. So that way I can get on Google Sheets with that tablet and not have to worry about tabbing out and causing problems, okay? But, so yeah, so now we need to figure out the empty mass. All right, there's 0.27 and 0.22 fuel in there. 0.22, clear, 0.22 plus 0.27, boom, 0.49. So we need to do 0.5625 minus 0.49. And our empty weight, that gives us an empty weight of 0.0725. 0.0725. Boom. There we go. Now that's hopefully going to be the last time I have to Alt-Tab out for a while. And so hopefully that means that I won't have any more issues there going to Google Sheets. But yeah, so that gives us a big difference there. But we don't need to figure that out right now. We just need thrust to weight ratios. Whoops. All right, so we're going to put several of these, and our goal is not to orbit yet. Our goal is simply to escape the atmosphere. I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's take a look at how many parts. We're at 13 out of 30. We're at 4.475. 4.475. Now we're going to take a look at our fuel tank here, our engine here. All right, our engine has a thrust of 167. Okay, so 167, and we're going to go divided by gravity, which is 9.81. So we can use this for up to 17 tons. Okay, if we go any higher than 17 tons, then we're not going to be able to get off the ground. And let's see how many parts we have there. This is just basically going to be a long, thin rocket because, again, our entire goal for this one is simply to get off the surface and escape the atmosphere. We're not trying to orbit, anything like that. We're just trying to escape the atmosphere. And what are we looking at here? We might be getting, we're not close to our height, width, length, anything like that. Okay. This is, yeah. So we're going to add a couple more. I mean, we're just, it's a ridiculous, well, not really ridiculous looking. It's pretty much straight up and down. So it's not too bad. But we're gonna go ahead and, you know what, let's just change this back to, that way it quits doing that for me. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and throw on this right here. Boom. And as I was saying, we're going to put on some of these just to help us stay stable. All right, now this rocket is going to fly. It's not going to be very pretty though. Okay, we're going to entitle this rocket First Launch. Now, hopefully this gets us all the way out of the atmosphere. I did not check the deltaV on this. I could. It wouldn't be that hard, actually. But we're just gonna eyeballing it here. Okay. We should have a thrust to weight ratio of, okay, yeah, 167 divided by 9.39 times 9.81. Okay, we've got a thrust to weight ratio of 1.81 right now, and I can go over thrust to weight ratios. If anybody has a question, feel free to ask. All right, just feel free to ask. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch this thing. All right, we're not trying to go into orbit. I don't think this thing will even get close. To get into orbit, we need, and I've got a cheat sheet right here, we need 3,400 deltaV to get into low Kerbal orbit. So we're going to go ahead and throttle up. We're going to use stability assist, and we are ready to go. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Launching off now. We got some stability. We got, with that 1.81, you can see our liquid fuel there. With that 1.81 acceleration, that's pretty good. We've already... Now, see, the thing is, can I... know what happens if I do this? Okay, time kind of slows down when I do this. Crew, nav ball, open map, select the nav, enable time warp, dock. Okay. I just kind of wanted to see what happened there. Okay, we're going to start leaning it a little bit, not much. Okay, we're going to start leaning it, so we're not going straight up, because if you go straight up, even with that parachute, you will still die. you won't be slowed down enough to and now we're gonna kind of go at a you know, like a 22-degree angle here for a little bit. And then we're going to start trying to get to about a 45-degree angle. We still have about half our fuel. Let's see where we're looking here. Boom. We are going to escape it. We really are. So let's get this here. Get this going at 90 degrees. That's what we want. Okay. We are almost out of fuel. Let's take a look here. Oh, we are going to escape. So we want to get this pretty much as parallel as possible here now, because we don't really care about, again, we're not trying to, we might have been able to orbit, actually. Now that I say this, guys, we might have been able to orbit. Alright, so now we're gonna escape the atmosphere. Once we do, I'm gonna science. And then hopefully we don't die upon re-entry. All right, we're going to go ahead and kick off that right there. And then, of course, that right there will just eventually fall back to Kerbal and be destroyed. I didn't even check our budget if we spent too much money. We may have spent too much money. How do I zoom in? That's what I want to... Okay, that's my role. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do either. I actually want to be facing this way. Why can I only pitch one way? Whoa. Never understood that, why it wants me to do that. But, okay, we're going to go, we're out here, and we're going to go ahead and observe mystery goo out here. We ought to get a lot more science. Yeah, see, 10 science rather than that 3. And now we're going to go crew hatch. Okay, I can't do anything there. Crew hatch. Why can I not get a... Odd. Okay. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't control this out here. Like, even though I'm in space, I should be able to control it fine. Okay, let's observe mystery goo here. Okay, we got that. Boom. Now let's see what we got here. Okay, we got the crew hatch. That's what I wanted. The command pod. We want to crew report. 5 science for that. And we cannot do an EVA because we're not high enough. Okay. Alright, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast forward time a bit. We're gonna warp as fast as time will let us. It's only gonna skip a few minutes. And once we get down to 70, there we go. It's gonna time warp back to 1. I'm not sure why it does that. I'm not sure why it does it. There we go. That's what I want to be right there. So what I did was I am pointing my ship, or my nose is pointing away from where I'm going, and there we go. You can see where I'm about to, that stuff's about to hit the ground. Because I have on this, or should anyway, have a little bit of an automatic ablator, hopefully. I don't lose those things there. Oh, I forgot to take the temperature. Dang it. There we go. Hopefully they don't overheat upon re-entry. I'm supposed to have an ablator, but I don't have an ablator yet. Which is simply something that dissipates the heat. Ooh. Yeah, we lost one thing there. We lost another thing there. Look at him panicking in the lower corner there. I think... What did we lose? Not sure. Yeah, we don't have an ablator, though. So there's not much we could do. Okay. Now we're slowing down. And I can't quite tell, because we're in the dark side, so I can't quite tell what we lost. If I had to make a guess... There we go. If I had to make a guess, I would say that we lost our... and we can now open up our parachutes. Or parachute. And since it takes forever to drop, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time. And, yeah, let off the SAS there. Maybe I want it back on. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and land, it looks like, in the ocean. There we go. We're dropping down. Oops. And so we have successfully left the atmosphere. You can see we did a lot of things here. Got lots of money there. So we're going to discard that. We launched our first vessel. And we, yeah. And there we go. We, okay. Something is wrong here. Something is wrong. It was doing this earlier to me. Look at this. It's, okay, when I don't have this on, it just spins like crazy. Boom. See, it spins. Like, with it on, okay, with it on, I can't move it. Okay. Not what I meant to do. But as soon as now this should not happen. Okay, now it's stabilized. Okay, whatever. Now it's perfectly stable. Odd. That is odd. Now I can't do anything with it. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to go up here and recover. There we go. Alright, so we successfully did our first nice launch. Made a little bit of Kerbucks there. And going to continue on. Alright, so we've got 25 science gains. So we got 50 science now. We recovered, you know, not very much. We did recover some mystery science. We did get some mystery goo. We got, okay, nice. We did recover that. I'm not sure what blew up. I'm guessing it was the thermometers, which I didn't use anyway. I forgot to. But yeah, take a look there. And we go to crew. No XP for him. But, yeah, we've got 50 science now. So we go down to our research and development building here, and we enter this, and suddenly we're going to have... I'm going to get a soda, be right back. Okay, hey, we'll see you in just a second, Abraham. All right, so we're going to go here to general rocketry. Okay, 15, 18, and 20. We're not going to have enough for all of them. But we really need this so we can get a little bit further. So we're going to research that. We don't have enough for all of this yet. And we really need that, but this is going to be more for safety, and that's, yes, that's going to have our ablator. Nice, and we can't quite get this yet. So now, let's take a look at our very next, where is the mission? There it is. Mission control. Now we've got all these missions opened up to us. Alright, and we've got lots of money now. We've got 202,000, so we've got some money to burn. We might have been able to orbit with that last one. That was pretty good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to find the orbit. Where's the orbit Kerbin? Yes, orbit Kerbin. This is going to be our next mission. Look at that. Completion, 48,000. Okay, so 48,000 times 0.4, because I want to do it within... 19,200 is our budget for this mission. That is just my personal rule, so we continue to make money with this. But look at all that. 6 science if we complete it. So, that's awesome. Okay. Now let's see what else there is we can do. Okay. A lot of these I don't like doing. Okay, let's see here. Just, okay. Some of these what we will do. Some of these we will not do. Some of them, okay, we're not going to do any others yet. Okay. Our main goal right now is to get into orbit of Kerbin. And I really think we could have... with that last rocket. I really think we could have. But we're going to try... we're going to modify this rocket here. Alright, we're gonna go here. We're gonna take this off, and we're gonna put that right there. And we're gonna take this, and we're gonna put it right there. And I should have a payload. Yes, I can put this here now. Boing, right there. Now the issue is we're still constrained to 30 parts. Okay, can I? Yeah, let's get rid of that. There we go. But yeah, we are still constrained by this here, 30 parts. Welcome back, Abraham. Welcome back. So yeah, we are still constrained by 30 parts here. And you know what I'm gonna do? Let me see what I have for science now. We've got this. We've got this. All right. All right. I need to take this off, and I need to put this on. Okay. Whoops, that's the right size, yeah. But I'm still getting used to these controls. There we go. Now we've got a heat shield, so things won't blow up. That's always good. But now I can actually open this service bay like that, and I can take this, and I can put it in here. Okay, so how do I... Okay, that's roll and rotation. Okay, left bumper, and there we go. Alright, so I'm going to put 2 of these in there for now. Okay. There we go. Boom. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this here. There we go. And you know what? Yeah, I don't want to put more than that, actually. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close this up. And, alright, let's see something here. I want to get out of that. There we go. And I am going to go ahead and put some more parachutes on now. That's actually what I'm going to do first here. We're going to put 2 more parachutes on. I think 2 will be fine. Okay, good, good, good. And we are at 11 out of 30 parts so far. So let's go here. Let's grab this and pull it up a little bit higher. There we go. And remember, we can go up with this one engine. We can go up to 17 tons, which means we should be pretty good. We're just going to make this really long, and we're not going to exceed the tonnage or the parts, and I think we'll be able to get into orbit with it, honestly. I do. We're going to keep it below 19,200, easily, actually. Okay, we're getting... This is going to be very, very long here. Here we go. Now, how do I... Okay, that's how I zoom in and out, right there. Okay, we're going to just keep adding here until we get... We're almost at ridiculous proportions here. Okay, our height is getting close. We're at 12... We're at 13 tons, roughly, and each one of these adds that a little bit. So we're going to add 1 more. We're going to go ahead and add our engine. We're going to use the swivel engine because it really, the swivel engine really helps us, there we go. The swivel engine really helps us with our shift and our focus. And, alright, so now we're going to go here and we're just going to put some wings on the bottom again. Now this, all these do is they help us create drag at the back. That way we can control it more. This is so long it's going to be hard to control as we're tilting it over. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so now we're gonna rename this to let's see here. There we go. First orbit attempt. Orbit attempt. Okay. And we'll see if we can get into orbit with this. I think we probably can, as long as we don't start flipping end over end. I think we're gonna be okay. So let's go ahead and launch this and see what happens. And again, the science and getting all this science stuff, that's very important, so that we can then get better parts and go further. Eventually, science is going to be no object. We're going to have so much science, it's not going to, you know, not going to make a difference. All right, we're going to take that SAS and we're going to go here. And here we go. Let's see what happens. We barely have the thrust we need, but we have the thrust we need. We're probably working at like 1.4, something like that. I didn't calculate it, but that's probably what we're looking at right now. So here we go. We're going to try to orbit. Now we're barely accelerating. That's fine. Actually, it might not be fine. We might need to throw a couple of boosters on there. If we have the parts, we might be able to do so. Just throw a couple boosters and be okay. We're barely at 1,000 meters, and we're already like 75% fuel. Let me take a look here at the actual fuel. Yeah, look at that. We're using fuel at an alarming rate here. So you might get a chance to see boosters. I think I've got couplers now. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, we're starting to climb pretty well. Here in just a minute, I'm going to start tipping. Let's start tipping now. Again, it's harder to control with this super long rocket here. A lot harder to control. We want to get about a 90 degree is what we want. Once we get to about a 90 degree, we're going to check out our our trajectory on the outside, see where we're... Okay, there we go. Can I keep it about 90 degrees? Or 45 degrees. Out of the 90 is what I meant. Hi there! How you doing? So we want a 45 degree right there. We're going to check and see. I don't think we're going to make this at all. Let's see here. It's going to be close. I don't think we're going to make it. Because we did not have the acceleration at the beginning. Okay, we're gonna escape. We're gonna escape the atmosphere. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and cut the engines there. And we are going. Okay, we're still in the atmosphere, so I'm not gonna worry about moving over. I'll wait till we're out of the atmosphere. So. How are you doing? What is that? Mathis? Welcome to our stream. Thank you for tuning in. All right, once we are out of the atmosphere, I'm going to tip over. All I got to do is get us into orbit and then get us out of orbit. That's all I've got to do. Get us into orbit, I mean, barely into orbit, and then bring us right back. So I might not have enough deltaV to do it. We will find out shortly. We'll see. So we're almost out of the atmosphere. 70,000 is the atmosphere. There we go. Now that we're out of the atmosphere, I'm going to kick this. Where you came from? Are you talking to me? Okay, that looks like Africa. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me there for a second, but... okay, let's see if I can get this here. There we go. And hopefully it'll balance out right there. We are getting very close to our what is called our apoapsis, okay, which is the highest point. That's called the apoapsis. So now I'm gonna kick that off here. Hopefully not use all of our. But I might. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use boosters. I can pretty much tell. We're nearly out of fuel. Okay, kick that off. So the highest point in your orbit is called the apoapsis. The lowest point is called the periapsis. You're going to hear me talk about the apoapsis and the periapsis a whole lot in this game. The apoapsis and the periapsis. So the apoapsis is the highest point. The periapsis is the lowest point. And I'm going to go ahead and... There we go. It's auto-saved. Nice. Let's see if I can expand this a little bit. I don't think I can do it, guys. I don't think we're going to have the fuel to get into an actual orbit. We're going to get so close. We're going to be so close. So close, but we're not going to actually be able to do it. Yep, there we go. We're out of fuel. Boom. Look how close we are to orbit. Look how close we are. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and open up this right here. And we are going to, yeah, we're going to get some science, guys. That's what we're going to do. Okay, how do I zoom in here? There we go. Right, so we're going to get some science somehow. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to go right there. And we're going to get a temperature display up here. Yay! 8 science. Nice. That'll work. That'll do, pig. We're going to get some of this. Whoops. We're going to get some of this here. And we're going to observe some mystery goo. Look where you launched the rocket from. It looks like Africa. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, it looks a lot like we barely got anything for that. Let's do another crew report. Zero science. Dang it. Alright, so we got a little bit of science. And not much. A little bit of science. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go back to this. And I'm going to flip us to be facing retrograde. Okay, which means that my rocket is pointed away from the direction we're going. Now I'm gonna try something here, and this is driving me nuts in this game. There's a glitch or something. You should create a satellite later on in the game. Yeah, oh well, yeah. I am just beginning in this. Is that Mathis? That's what it looks like to me. Mathis, yeah. I've played this game for about. I've played this game for about 500 hours on Steam. I'm just now beginning this in on Xbox. Yeah, this is Xbox, Ostrich. But I am indeed streaming KSP finally. Okay, let's get rid of that. So now I'm going to try something. I'm going to release it. Okay, good. It finally worked as intended, where I'm not flipping end over end when I disable my SAS. I'm not sure why my other one did that. But with this ablator, I should be fine. And I'll come back down with a little bit more science than I had before. Yeah. Yay, Mr. Panda is here. Panda, who's Mr. Panda? I don't know who Mr. Panda is, Abraham. But yeah, Ostrich, yeah, I'm streaming on the Xbox right now. And yeah, having a good time with it. I decided, instead of waiting on getting a capture card so that I could stream it, I would just go ahead and stream it from the Xbox. It was on sale. It's only $28 on the Xbox One right now, guys. If you have the Xbox Live Gold Pass, it's only $28 right now. You can go out and buy it. The biggest issue, though, is that since I am playing it on the Xbox and not on the PC, there's no mods. Saints Row re-elected. I saw Earth go boom. But yeah, there's no mods, which means that I actually have to figure out deltaV, etc. by hand. I can't just, you know, have mods do it all for me. If I want to figure out the specs of a rocket, I have to plug in the numbers, I have to do the formula. And you see the formula at the very far top right of the screen right there. That's deltaV. That is a formula I have to use in order. That's Ostrich's thumbnail. Oh, I don't see the thumbnails. But that is the formula that I have to use in order to figure out where I can get with this rocket. And I probably should have done that formula on this one, and I will probably do it on my next one. But or do research online. What do you mean do research online? Not sure what you're talking about. Do research online, Ostrich. Because you have to figure out deltaV by hand. I can't. I mean, I guess I could plug in all my. If they have a tool, I could plug in all my parts and stuff like that. But that would actually take more time than just figuring it up on, you know, by hand. Anybody with a basic knowledge of calculus can handle that formula right there. And the thrust-to-weight ratio is just simple algebra. It's just thrust over mass times gravity. So that's easy. And alright, so we're going to go ahead and pop our chutes. And there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time here. Boom. But yeah, if you meant do research online for the deltaV, yeah, you can't. You have to plug it in, you know, piece by piece. Sir, are you a veteran? Yes, I was in the U.S. Army. Served for 7 years, and did 12 months in Iraq, 13 months in Afghanistan. Got a medical retirement after coming back from Afghanistan. So yes, I was U.S. Army. And okay, so we're gonna let this fall. And again, we didn't quite make it to orbit, but we got some science, and so that's an important part of this is just getting that science. And this part, I always speed up this part simply because it takes forever for this to fall. I mean, it's traveling at 3-point-something meters per second, you know, and we're hundreds of meters up in the air, so it goes very, very, very slow. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to do something here that will get me some more science. I am going to do an EVA right here. Boink! There we go. He just pops out. I'm not going to let go. I am going to do an EVA report right here. I get 3.2 science. Why not? We'll board this, and then we'll just go ahead and recover the vessel. Let's see what kind of science we get now. Hopefully we get quite a bit. I don't know how much we're going to get. But we'll see what we get here. Thank you for your service, although I don't live in the... Well, hey, I appreciate it, Mathis, and I hope I'm saying that right. It looks like Mathis to me, from what I can see. I appreciate that. Right, so we got all those funds. Okay, no XP gain because we didn't really do anything. All right, go back to research and development and get some more parts. The question is, what do I want for parts? Stability. That, okay, yeah. That, I think, is what I want, because I need that decoupler. Unless... That's 45. Okay, so that's pretty much all I can get. Well, I can get... Nope, I can't get those. So I pretty much, I have to get stability, and I can get that... There we go. Get that decoupler. Now I'm going to go back to the vehicle assembly. I'm going to take a look, and if I can put 4 more parts on there and I'm still within weight, then I should be able to be good. So let's take a look at this and see what we got here. Okay, oh, I can only put 3 parts on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to grab this, take it off. I'm going to put this right here. There we go. And then I'm going to put this back. Now I can put 4 parts on. Yes, you pronounced my name right. Hey, yes, got it right. Nice. Okay, we're going to take this. And I think you guys are going to like this if you have not seen this before. You know, we're going to take this first. And we're going to go ahead and put this kind of at a... like that. There we go. Now we're going to take this, and again, I can only put 4 parts on. Hopefully this is within the, limit here. And now I'm going to grab this engine here and get this right here. Boom. Okay, so the question is, are we overweight? Are we overweight? We're overweight. Dang it. Dang it, we're overweight. Okay, so let's return to Space Center. Yes. Save and continue. Okay. We're gonna see if I have enough money to increase the weight that I can put on here, because I think with this I can actually get to orbit, but I really need... Okay, let's go over here. And we can upgrade it, yes. Now we'll be able to get 140 tons, but can I upgrade this yet? Whoops, I didn't mean to go in. If I can upgrade this, then my rocket worries are pretty much done for now. You know, my size restrictions and stuff like that. I can build whatever I want. Let's go back out there. Alright, yeah, let's return to Space Center. See if I can upgrade this so I can do more parts and etc. Because upgrading that would, like I said, would completely help me out. 225. See, max parts supported 30. But if I can upgrade it, max parts 255. So I need 225,000 in order to upgrade this and then be able to do that. But okay, so I'm still restricted by 30 parts, but I think with this we're gonna be okay as far as boosters go. Now, what I am gonna do, I am going to check a quick thrust weight ratio. Okay, so we're gonna have 250 kilonewtons thrust, so that's going to be 500 total. All right, so 500 divided by, and come over here to see how much we weigh, which I believe is going to be 29. So we're going to run it up to 30. Okay, so 30 times gravity, which is 9.81. So basically, I took my thrust, my total thrust from those 2 rockets, so they're each 250, so that gives me 500. I divide it by our mass, which is, our mass is 29, right here, you see our mass right here, times gravity, which is 9.8. And that comes out to 1.69. Perfect. Which means we will go up. I am going to grab this and put it right here. All right, so we are going to go up, and that is the biggest thing. And look, we are well within our budget too. You know what I'm going to do though? Oh, we're at our parts limit. We are at our parts limit. I was going to throw on some more science. I was going to put one of these in there. But we can't exactly do that yet. We're at our parts limit. Maybe when I come back, we'll be able to start doing stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and launch this. And again, I'm still getting used to these controls on the Xbox. Close to 500 hours on Steam playing this, and just started the Xbox today, so I'm still getting used to the controls. We'll see what happens. I'm enjoying it though. I'm enjoying it. All right, throttle up, SAS on. We're gonna be going with those boosters. All right, so basically, here's what I want. Before I take off, I'm gonna explain this. I want to go up, and by the time I reach, and different people say different things. By the time I reach about 10,000 meters, 10 kilometers, I want to have already started moving, and eventually I want to be at a 45-degree angle. And I'm getting emails out the wazoo. Wow. Okay, yeah. I don't care about that. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything important. But I want to start angling, because if you just go straight up, no matter how far you go straight up, you will come down and hit, you'll hit the earth, or Kerbin in this case. So you have to go at an angle. And then when you're up there, you have to fly parallel to the surface. And you'll see that here. We should have enough deltaV to get going. Again, I did not do the deltaV calculation, but we should have enough. All right, this is going to get us going here. We've got an insane acceleration because, again, we're at 1.69, a little bit more than I like. I like about a 1.2, 1.3 is what I like to have. Because if you accelerate too much, you're actually wasting a lot of energy because you're trying to push through the atmosphere. So a slower acceleration is sometimes better. But yeah, look at that is insane acceleration. If you take a look at this here, yeah, we're already gonna reach 11,000. That's crazy. And I'm gonna start. You know what? I should have started tipping already, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna drop those. Now I'm gonna start tipping here. All right, look how much fuel I have. This is gonna be insane. I'm going so fast at this atmosphere. This is gonna be hard to do, and I need to get better at these controls. Holy cow! There we go. We're gonna go greater than 90 because I think. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stick it right there for now. We're gonna try to bring it back, and I keep saying 90 because 90 is the cardinal direction. It's actually 45 degrees that I want to go. Okay, we're reaching that. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna keep that popped open. We should be good. Now, you notice our apoapsis, we're not going up very much, but we are extending it out. It's going farther and farther this way, so that's okay. The farther our apoapsis gets this way, the more it's going to help us eventually. So we should have plenty of deltaV in order to get into orbit. I'm going to let this go a little bit more. I might even let it get up to about 100. We'll see. Yeah, it's going to be easy now. I like to get my orbits to about 100,000 meters, 100 kilometers. There we go. We're going to cut that. And we're probably still in the atmosphere. We are still in the atmosphere. I'm going to wait till we're out of the atmosphere to move so I'm not wasting anything. But yeah, it really does look like we're going to do this easily. We've got lots of fuel left. And we are nearly out of the atmosphere. Again, 70 kilometers is the where the atmosphere ends in this game. 70 kilometers. Okay, so I'm gonna turn slightly there. Don't turn too much. Go. Okay. now, here in a little bit, and again, I'm working on some rudimentary stuff here, because later on, I will be able to take this, and I'll be able to put a waypoint, and then say, okay, I want to go here, 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 whatever. I can't do that yet until I upgrade some things, but I'll be able to say, okay, at exactly this time, start burning your engines, and you'll be able to get to the moon, or to whatever. I can't do that yet because I am, Alright, so we're waiting for just a second to get there. I'm going to talk about this comprehensive career. So the first rule of my comprehensive career is my budget for each mission is 40% of what we make. That way, we're out constantly making money. What do you think of SpaceX? Oh, I love SpaceX. Mathis, I'm actually I'm in school to get my bachelor's in physics and in math. And working at SpaceX would be a dream come true for me. I'm actually, once I get my bachelor in physics and math, I'm thinking about focusing and going into astrophysics. I think that'd be amazing to do. All right, we're turning on our thrusters here. I'm gonna get a little bit here. There we go. Zoom out somewhat, and there we go. But yeah, I love SpaceX. Huge SpaceX fan. We should be good to go. We should be good, hopefully. I think we've got plenty of fuel. I'm hoping against all hope that we've got plenty of fuel. Come on. It's actually going to be tighter than I thought it was going to be, but I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to cut the engine so we can get a little bit more. Notice how our apoapsis started moving ahead of us, which means that we're not using our fuel as efficiently as possible. So we're going to bring it back here, and when we get closer to... Whoops, I didn't want to turn. When we get closer to that apoapsis, we're going to do this again. Okay, now we're going to up that again, and boom. All right, we are now in orbit, ladies and gentlemen. Our lowest point in our orbit is still outside the atmosphere. We are in a sustainable orbit. We could stay up here indefinitely, just going around Kerbin over and over and over again. But that's not what we're going to do. We are, and you notice Jebediah got a little bit better at flying. So now I can tell him, hey, go prograde, and he will stay prograde because he's a better pilot now. Okay, so we're going to go right here. That's how I zoom in. And we're going to open this up again, which we've done before, just like we did last time. We're going to start off by taking Mystery Goo. It might not give me much since I've already been up here, but now since we're in orbit, it's still not giving me much. So let's do this. Let's take a look at our thermometer here. Whoops. Nope, we want our thermometer. There we go. And we'll see if our thermometer gives us anything. It might. Nope, it's not giving us anything. Well, this stinks. I don't want the crew hatch. I want the whole thing. There we go. And yeah, it's not going to give us much, if anything, science-wise, yeah. But going up in orbit and coming back will give us science, and that is the key. Not to mention the money from the mission, not to mention, you know, all that. So now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. I'm going to tell Jebediah, okay, point us retrograde, Jebediah, which means our nose is going to point the opposite way from the way we're flying. So once he's there, now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take a look at our periapsis. In order for us to come out of... We don't want to just slam down into the Earth. All right, we want to come in gently. We don't want to come in too shallow, but we want to come in gently. So now we're pointed the opposite way, so we're going to slow down when I turn these on. So I'm going to turn on my engines just a little bit. Just ever so slightly, and I'm going to watch this. I want to bring it down below 70 so it hits the atmosphere, and then I'm going to keep bringing it down. I don't want to bring it all the way down too much. I'll probably bring it down to about 30, 25, something like that is my guess, is what I'll probably end up doing. But now I talked about space debris before, and I do not like any space debris floating around my planet, because you might eventually run into that. We're going to bring it down to 20. That's what we'll do. 20-ish. There we go. Because if there is space debris, do you think the military budget is too much and should be spent on NASA? I'll talk about that here in just a second, Mathis. I have some thoughts about that, actually. All right, so we're going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and... there we go. There we go. I got rid of that. That will eventually crash back into the Earth. It'll be fine. Now I'm just going to go ahead and speed time up, and we're going to get back into the atmosphere over here. And eventually that other part will too. There we go. And this is going to come right back where it should. And essentially, I just sit here for a minute while I let it go out here. Okay, now I'm going to show you, now that I'm in the atmosphere, you can see my periapsis is actually lowering. And the reason it's lowering is because we're inside the atmosphere, so the atmosphere is slowing me down. It's an atmospheric brake, an atmosphere assist, whatever you want to call it. The atmosphere is slowing me down, causing me to get close. Now, it looks like we're going faster. See how our orbit is actually climbing? But the atmosphere is actually slowing us down overall. And eventually we'll come back to the Earth. So we're going to sit here. We're going to have some heat issues here in just a second. I'll rotate that. There we go. We're going to have some heat issues here in just a second, but we will be fine because we do have an ablator, which is a heat shield on the bottom. It's going to take all the heat and it's going to dissipate it out for us. So it doesn't hit our ship directly. The heat's going to go around the ship. An ablator is actually a... it's made of, I forget what it's made of. I want to say it's some type of ceramic material and something else, but basically, when it gets hot, it peels off. That way, the heat is lost and transferred into space. And that's done. I mean, it's an amazing piece of... All right, so the military budget being too much, Mathis. Here's the thing. I'm not going to say the military budget is too much, especially since when I was in, we had some issues with funding. It was insane. We had to, as sergeants, we had to go buy our own toilet paper for our you know, our offices, our own cleaning supplies and things like that because we ran out of money. But I think we are spending, and this is going to sound contradictory, but I believe we are spending too much on the military. And the way to not spend more on, I'm listening to your live stream while I'm playing City Skylines, making my map, by the way, but your voice is really relaxing. Well, thank you, Abraham. I've been told I have a radio voice, and but yeah, so I think what we need to do to spend less on the military, and this is not going to make sense until I explain it, is we need to make the military larger. I'll let that sink in for just a second. If we need to make the military larger so that we spend less on the military. Now I'm going to explain that. Currently, when we deploy, we have contractors. And these contractors make 100,000 plus a year while deployed, like if they go over to Iraq. But what they do is they do things like fix our vehicles when they get blown up and things like that. So if the employee is making $100,000 a year, that means the company is being paid even more than that to have that person over there. Now, when a soldier is deployed, they're going to make more money than they make here because of separation pay and things like that. But still, you're still only looking at roughly 60 to 70,000 a year, not say 130,000 a year, of which 100,000 then goes to the employee. So, and that might even be more than that. Who knows? Different contracts are different, but you know they make $100,000 a year, which means the company is making at least that plus some, probably closer to 150. But let's say 130 with a soldier making 65. That's twice the amount. So, if we increase the size of the military and replace those civilian contractors, we actually spend less on the military just by making the military larger. People are always saying, oh, we need to decrease the size of the military, but what happens is when we decrease the size of the military, we actually increase how much we're spending on it, because then we have to get civilians to do the jobs the soldiers were doing, which means, boom, we're now spending more money. And so that's one thing that drives me nuts. People don't see that. They think, oh, smaller military, smaller spending. No, it's not like that at all. Increase the military size so that we actually spend less. And yeah, again, it's one of those counterintuitive things, but that's the way, just the way it is. All right, so we have successfully orbited. We are about to successfully land. I am going to speed up time so that, again, I'm gonna show you why I speed up time, because once we slow down, you're gonna see how painstaking this is. All right. Once the parachute's open, I'll put time back to normal. There we go. We're dropping at 4 meters per second. We're 1,000 meters in the air. So 1,000 meters in the air divided by 4 per second means it's going to take us 4 minutes to get to the. It's going to take us 4 minutes right now, as we are right now, to actually land. So that is why I go ahead and I speed it up 4 times. So it only takes us 1 minute to get down there instead of taking us 4. But I'm pretty excited about this, and pretty excited about the fact that we were able to make it in orbit. And wow, never thought of it that way. Yeah, see, a lot of people don't, Mathis, but yeah, I've been saying that since 2009 when I first found out what contractors, because that's when I deployed to Iraq, and I found out what contractors made, and I was like, that is dumb how much we're paying because we're downsizing the military. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on this. But there we go. But yeah, I'm excited about getting this landed here. I'm gonna have some time to play around some more. I've got 35 minutes before this stream is going to be over, because then I've got to get ready for Friday Night Smite. Hopefully you all will stick around and watch Friday Night Smite. And then after Friday Night Smite, which goes from 9 to midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that, after that, I'm actually coming back to this game right here. Okay, we got 36 science. Not quite enough for what I wanted to do, dang it. Okay. Lots of money. We got 200. Okay, we've got enough to increase it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's take a look at our... Well, let's first of all go to research and development. I don't think we've got enough science to actually do anything here. Okay, yeah, 45, 45, 45, 45, and 45. Yeah, we need 45 science. See, what we need here, we need this general construction right here, because, first of all, this strut connector is amazing for us. Absolutely amazing. It helps us stick together so we're not wobbly. And then, later on, we'll come up here for fuel systems. When we get this external fuel duct, this is when our career really takes off. Now, Mathis, you were talking about putting a satellite up. As of right now, there's absolutely no reason for me to put a satellite up. Well, I guess... First of all, there's no way for me to, because I don't have any way of powering the satellite. Once I get this, then I can... That's a radiator panel. Radiator panel. Okay, never mind. It's not even this one. It's basic science. Once I get here, then I can start putting satellites up. So once I get this area, then I can put a satellite up because I've got the photovoltaic stuff. But do you think the budget of NASA should be increased? I think, and NASA has done a lot for us. Yeah, eventually I'm going to build a space station, Ostrich. You're going to love what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to have a space station for refueling. And I'll explain all that when I get further there. But NASA has done a lot of good things for us, and I think they can continue to do a lot of good things. I do think we should do some space exploration. You know, I would personally like to see Mars colonized, etc. Now, here's the issue with NASA, is I love NASA. Absolutely love NASA. However, they're being outdone by private companies. So NASA is kind of becoming obsolete in relation to private companies, especially SpaceX, who's doing absolutely amazing things with their reusable Falcons. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. And so yeah, that's the thing. I love NASA, but they're starting to fall behind. So yeah, but so once I get here to Electrics, then I can start building some satellites. I will put as soon as I can, I'll put a tiny little satellite out there, just for gathering science, sending it back to Kerbin. Just a little, it won't even be geostationary or anything. It'll just be a little satellite, just in some orbit. And then later on, I'll start doing, you know, better stuff and better stuff and better stuff, and eventually making the KISS is what I call it, and I think other people have called it that, the KISS, the Kerbal International Space Station, the KISS. But right now, I need to take a look at what mission I'm going to do next, okay? Some of these are easy. Okay, so what do these people want to do? Suborbital spaceflight. Suborbital spaceflight. Okay, you get no science from this. No science. But I can't even do this, actually. Can't even do that one yet. Okay, escape trajectory in flight. Explore the moon. Fly by the moon. Okay, this one. Yes. Alright. So, this one is going to be fun. And an easy mission. I tell you what, this is going to be our next one. Yeah, this is going to be our next mission. Boom. All we got to do is fly by the moon, get science from around the moon, and come back. Look how much money we have. Let me go to active here. Our budget for this one, 87. Okay. 87,360. 87,360 plus 162,240. 162,240. All right. So our total, what we're gonna get for this mission and completing it. Okay. So explore moon. Okay. We're going to get 249,600. All right, so our budget is going to be 99,840. I bet you I can do it for half that price. I really think I can. But what I need to do, though... Oops, I don't want to upgrade mission control. What I want to do is I want to upgrade this right here. We're going to upgrade it, and we will now be able to have 255 parts available. Okay, so my budget is 99,000. How much is it to upgrade this? Too much. Patched conics visible in map. Okay. How much to upgrade this? Okay. 75,000. I don't want to do that yet. So now I have much less constraints placed upon me by this building and my launch pad. So I need to build me basically 100,000 Kerbucks or less, something to go by the moon. Now here is the issue. I'm not going to have time to start this mission, or to finish this mission, so I'm going to start building, and I'm going to be in here for about another 28 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go ahead and get ready for Friday Night Smite. Alright, let's take a look here. We're going to scrap... Okay. We're going to scrap everything except for that. Let's see, what other science... We don't have anything else for science. We've got those for science, actually. So let's open this. Boom. Do I have batteries yet? I don't have batteries yet. No, that's not electrical. I don't have batteries yet. Okay, so we need to put these in here somehow. Let's, I'm gonna put 2 of them in there. And when we come back from the moon, we're gonna have so much stinking science. It's gonna be insane, okay? It's gonna be so much. It's gonna be huge. Hey there, Rob White. How you going? Hey, Mathis. Yep, see you next time. Thank you for tuning in and watching. And, alright, so, alright, now, let's see what we're doing. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of parts, so we're going to have to build the same basic idea that we have. Now, I'm going to take a look at my cheat sheet here. To get to the moon, just to get around the moon, is going to be about 5150 delta V. Hey, Rob White, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. You know, every subscription helps me out. I appreciate that. And all right, so I don't have anything very good here, but I am actually going to have to do some delta V calculations on this one, chat. For those of you just tuning in, this is on the Xbox, and so I don't have Kerbal Engineer, things like that. I have to do my delta V thrust weight ratio, things like that. I've got to do by hand. So, alright, so I know, okay. Yeah, so, So I'm going to have to do some delta V calculations, dang it. So how much? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to this fuel tank. And I'm going to keep this nice and easy for myself. Alright, so, alright, this FLT 200, and you can't see me right here. I'm going to turn that right here. Ooh, turn that way up on my headset on accident. Alright, so the FL-T 200 fuel tank. Alright, it is 1.125 tons. 1.125 tons. Okay, 1.125. Got my handy dandy TI-84 plus CE. It's weird that I have seen 3 videos in a row relating to cheat sheets. Yeah, I'm using a cheat sheet that shows me how much delta V I need to get to everything. But when it comes actually to calculating delta V, I've got to do it by hand again, since I am playing on this. So I'm gonna do. Okay, so right now I'm calculating the empty weight of this fuel tank. You can see there at the top here. Let me see. Whoops. Yeah. You can see there at the top how it is 1.125 tons, but it's got 0.45 tons of liquid fuel, and it has 0.55 tons of oxidizer, which means its empty weight is 0.125. There we go. So the difference is 1 ton. So now I can easily decide what my empty weight and what my non-empty weight is. So, and what have I got going on here? Okay, got that another subscriber. Okay, so we're going to add a whole bunch here. I need to keep this below 17 tons to start off with, simply because our swivel engine, that's the most it can actually, it doesn't matter, it's going to be in space. But it'll still be in the atmosphere though, okay, when it starts. Hey, I can relate because I have KSP on PS4, so we are even. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was hoping, because I just got KSP on the Xbox today, and I was actually hoping that there was a Kerbal Engineer on the Xbox, but it turns out there's not. There is not at all. So that really sucks. Okay, so we're gonna go. How many of these have I even put on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so we're going to leave it. We're going to put 12. 12. And then we're going to add the swivel engine. Boom. Okay, we've got 12 of these, so I'm gonna have to do the thing by hand here, and we are going to do some aerodynamics here. Okay, this one's much better. Okay, we're gonna put 4 on there. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I'm still getting used to the controls on the Xbox here. Okay, so my stream is going to get a little choppy here as I go into Google Sheets and plug in some numbers here, just so you know. This is my first stream doing this one, and so my next stream, what I'm actually going to do, for my next stream for Kerbal, I'm actually going to have a tablet that I can have the spreadsheet on and plug the numbers in. So I have it on PC and I have CCAN, so I am stocked on mods. Yeah, I have it on PC and I've played it nearly 500 hours on PC, but I can't stream from PC yet because I don't have the I don't have a capture card. So I actually have to. I bought it on Xbox today. Okay, so my full mass is 16.5 or 858. 858. Okay. 16.858 minus, and I got 12 of those, so that's 12 tons, is 4.858. Okay. 4.858. Now I need to figure out what my ISP on this thing is. All right, the ISP of this engine is, and we're gonna do it at sea level. All right, 250. There we go. 358 hours. Yeah, I'm actually like sitting at like 478 or something like that, so near 500. But okay, so my deltaV for this stage right here is 3,051. Not bad. Not bad. To get to the moon, I need 5150, and I like to make sure I have plenty more than that. So my deltaV for just this stage that you see right here is 3,051. 3,051, and it looks kind of crazy. I understand that. There we go. But all right, so now I need to get a little bit over 2,000 more. Yikes, that's insane. Joined in 2013, 2014. Hey, wait, what's up, Rob? 3,000. I need to get another 2,000. Let's go ahead and get rid of these real quick. I hate having these sitting here. Okay. So like I said, I need to get another 3,000 deltaV out of this, and it's easier when you have the fuel line. I'll copy your ships on my KSP game, and I have meg chips, so I can tell you the deltaV. If you can do it that quick, yeah. But you know, part of the fun is actually figuring it out, I think. So I don't mind it so much. It's not too bad. Okay, so now I need to go to these engines and the thumper. Okay. BACC thumper weighs 7.65 tons. 7.65 tons. Excuse me. Okay, but they have 6.15 tons of fuel. 6.15 tons equals, alright, so 7.65 tons minus 6.15 equals 1.5 tons lost for every single one. So I'm going to see what happens when, and the ISP of them is 175. 175 ISP. There we go. So now I need to do coupling. Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and just put 4 on here. I don't need to make it look pretty yet. I just need to get to That's it. Actually, what is the thrust here? 250. So 1,000 divided by gravity, 9.81. I can go up to 101 tons. So yeah, I'll be fine putting this much on here. Okay. Okay, so my weight is 47.558. I put 4 of those on. No, wait a second here. Okay. So 47.558 minus, there we go, and that comes down to 22,958 after that. And what is the ISP of these? The ISP is 175, which means my delta V of my stage is 1250. Which means I am only at 4301. 4301 delta V. Holy cow. Wow. I'm only at... Okay, I need to get a lot more delta V here. I've only got 15 minutes, so this mission will not start. Just so you know, this mission will not start this episode. Right, it will not start this episode. I'm just... yeah. That's insane, how much delta V I need. Now, it would be much easier if I had, you know, the other parts and stuff like that. That'd be so much easier. Okay, fuel tanks. I just need to fly by the moon. You know what? Actually, hold on. I think that is to... oh no, 34. I can do this with this much, or close to it. That is to actually land on the moon, is the 5150. Yeah. So 3,400 plus 860. 3,400 plus 860 to fly by the moon is only 4260. 4260. I thought that sounded. How long till I launch? I am actually... yeah, I'll just build a giant rocket while... Hector, I am not going to launch this episode because I've only got 15 minutes until this episode's over, and I have to get ready for another live stream that I'll be doing a little bit later. So, I will not be launching this episode, but this rocket will launch probably sometime at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Central Standard Time this morning. That's probably when this rocket will launch. That's when it'll launch. But I have, okay, so I'm sitting at 4301 delta V. In order to fly by the moon, I need 4260. So according to this, I have 41 more delta V than I need in order to fly by the moon. Now, as we all know, or should know, that means I have to get it absolutely perfect. I can't get anything wrong with this. Controller's been disconnected while I've been doing all my... oh, I'm out of battery. Ask my lovely wife over here to grab me the other battery. But, then this battery will last me probably till tomorrow morning. There we go. But, yeah, so I've got these. So that means I would have to do it absolutely perfect in order for me to get there. So I'm going to try to increase my delta V a little bit. I've got the parts. I can do it. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of using these, although these would give an insane acceleration, I'm going to take those off. All right, so I'm gonna see how much weight can I hold if I use 4 of these. Max thrust is 167. Okay, 167 times 4 divided by gravity means I can hold up to 68 tons and still go up. So here we go. We're going to take these fuel tanks. So I can go up to 68 tons and still fly. Let's go ahead and let's zoom in here a little bit. Come down here. All right, we're gonna put these out like this. All right. Now we need to keep track. Does your wife help you design your rockets? No, she does not. She actually just happened to be walking through here as I ran out of battery. So we need to keep track. There's 8 right there. 12. 16. 20. 24. 28. 32. Let's do 36 of these total. Wow. Okay. As long as we're less than 68 tons, we're good. Alright, we did... How many... Dang it. How many did I do? 36? Is that what I said? 36. Alright. Luckily, somebody was sitting here next to me. So 36 of those. So that way I can calculate the delta V of this stage. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do some aerodynamics here. Which is the better one? Alright, this is the better one here. There we go. Boom. Okay, so we are at 63,606. I'm going to calculate the delta V. We're gonna rise very, very slowly at first. And I wish I had that other one unlocked. I really do. So I could stabilize these, because I have a feeling they're going to wobble so much that they're just going to hit each other and explode. But let's see what happens. Alright, so we are at 63,606. 63,606 full here. What was the ISP on these guys again? The ISP on these guys was 250. Okay, 250. And 63,606 minus 36. Let's do that on the calculator. 63,606 minus 36 is 27,606. 27.606. Which gives us a delta V of 2,047 for this stage. Nice, which brings our delta V up to 5,098. I nearly have enough delta V, if this was built correctly, to actually land on the moon. But I've got plenty to get to the moon and back using this. Alright, I've got 10 minutes. You know what, let's launch this thing. Let's launch this thing, why not? I can do it. So this is going to be... moon flyby. If I go over the 10 minutes, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and launch this thing. Now, if it fails on launch because of all the wobbling, then we're just gonna come back later, another time. But if it actually works, we'll finish the mission. So let's take a look at the contract. Just make sure. Okay, fly by the moon. Gather scientific data from the moon. Return to Kerbin from a flyby of the moon. Now, remember, our budget was $99,840. Take a look at how much we're spending. $33,000. Basically, 1/3 of our budget. If this works, I'm going to give myself mad props. Okay, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and launch. Okay, and again, it's all about the wobble. If it doesn't wobble, we're gonna be fine. I mean, you can wiggle, you can wobble, but you can't fall down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and increase the thrust here. All right, and here we go. We'll find out right now. This is gonna be so hard to control. I can see it right now. Wow. Wow, not bad so far. This might be better than I expected. This might not be bad. Now we are accelerating very slowly, and I am okay with that. I knew we had a very low. I mean, we're only like 1.1 thrust weight ratio. That's fine. I knew we were going to be accelerating slow. It's all about the deltaV, not the acceleration. I am going to come over here. Alright, I may have to begin my turn a little early. Or I might not, I don't know. Don't you need some arrow tips on the outer rockets? Maybe, but maybe not. I'm not sure how it calculates. See, it didn't used to calculate its resistance like that. Like, they didn't used to help. I don't know if they do now or not. Okay, we're going to begin our turn ever so slowly since this thing's going to be hard to control. Yeah. We're wobbling now. There goes the wobble that I was predicting. Yep. Lots of wobble. Lots of wibbling, wobbling. And it is hard to control. But we are getting it. We are getting it to turn over roughly in the direction we want to. This will be a lot easier to control once I... Yikes. Okay. Now I'm just... Yikes! Holy cow. I am in so much trouble now. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Look at that. They're gonna hit each other any second, and it's gonna be disastrous. That's gonna be horrible. Well, maybe not. Maybe it'll straighten out. We'll see. This is bad. Okay. We're gonna let them go, and hopefully nothing blows up. Okay, there we go. Now we have control of the rocket. And okay, looks like we're okay. Our apoapsis is actually really good. We need to get into an actual orbit position, though. That's what we need. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut the engines here in a second, and I'm gonna try to get. I just hit. Yeah, I just hit atmo there, or out of atmo there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go prograde. We're a little bit off of where I'd like to be. Actually, I wonder where is the moon anyway? I'm still getting used to these controls. Holy cow. Okay. Doesn't tell us yet how long until we get to our apoapsis. So that's the bad thing about this so far. Like I said, I just started this career tonight, and okay, so 2. Writing something down here. Okay. we might be able to do this mission and have it finished. We'll see. Our first flyby of the moon, you know, on such small, like, such few parts we have, that's actually an accomplishment, I think. We'll see, we'll see if we can actually do this. Okay, so we're getting close to our apoapsis. I'm gonna go ahead and, because I can't put maneuver nodes yet. I haven't unlocked that yet, so we're going to just have to kind of eyeball it here. And we'll see what we've got here. Yeah, I might have done it right about a little bit. I was a little bit late, but I think we'll be fine. Getting into the orbit takes the most deltaV. Actually transferring to the moon is not going to take that much. Okay, let's get ready to cut this. Let's see what we're at here. 34. And we need to go a little bit more. What are we at here? Okay, we are in orbit. Alright, so now, let me zoom out here. And let's set the moon as our target. How do I do that on the console? I don't even know. I'm not sure how to set something as my target. Okay. But, either way, I need to bring... The way to get to the moon, when you don't have a waypoint, you set the moon right here. Okay, so you try to... And it's harder on the Xbox than it is the PC. But you set the moon right there, and that is where you fly. So right after my apoapsis. So I'm going to increase this times 5 here. No, let's go times 10. Let's even go times 50. And when I get just past my apoapsis, then I will start burning prograde. Then hopefully I will get that moon flyby, and that'll be nice. Everything should be just fine and dandy. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and hit the ×1 time right now. And we are gonna wait for it to switch to prograde, and we're gonna go ahead and get it going here. So like I said, I can't do maneuver nodes yet because I just started this, so here we go. We're gonna hit this, and we're gonna see if we can get a moon flyby without wrecking into the moon. That is kind of key, kind of important to, you know, survival. Not dying is important to survival. And we're barely gonna have enough because I with all that wobbling and stuff, we're barely gonna have enough, I think, if this works at all. So let's find out. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna cut that right there, and I'm gonna increase it slightly so I don't accidentally overshoot it. Now we're a little low, dang it. No, 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 we're a little low. Dang it! Okay, so hold on. If that's prograde. Okay, let me see here. Let me just do some stupid. Okay, so I need to go. Need to go this way, I think. Nope, wrong way. I don't want to go... Okay, I want to go... Yeah, I want to go the opposite of that. I want to go anti-normal? Is that what it's called? Normal? I don't remember if it's normal, anti-normal. But we'll get there. And we're going to try to fix this pathing. There we go. Think this is the way I want to go. I'm traveling. I'll kind of bring it up. We'll find out. If not, I will get lost in space and have to reset. Without the maneuver nodes, it's hard to do this. It really is. Let's just go out here and we'll take a look at it, I guess, and see if we get closer to that. Okay, it looks like I fixed my plane. Yes, I did fix my plane. So now, I have to go back, and I'm running out of deltaV. And it's all because of that wobble. I missed my plane. So now that I'm on the right plane, and I'm glad I figured that out quickly. I just need, all we need is a pass by the moon. That's it. That's all we need. Okay. Okay, why is that not catching? That should catch the moon's gravity as it comes around. It should be pretty much perfect. Ah. Okay, I need to see, how do I set something as my target? Action menu, group action menu, throttle up and down. Okay, toggle map, view abort. Okay, zoom, move camera, cursor action, move cursor, interact on orbit line. Oh, focus target. There we go. Okay, that's not it. Okay, fly a vessel. Okay, I don't. Okay, EVA controls, EVA controls. Don't care about that right now. Rover controls. Don't care about that right now. So yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to try to fix this. And see what went wrong. I'm going to see what happens. Like, where was my orbit? See, I can't believe it didn't... Oh! It worked! It did work! Holy cow! I just couldn't see that it did. Okay, so... Alright. I need to... Okay, so I need to go here. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That was... Okay, we need to get rid of that. Okay, so I flew by the moon. I didn't know that it was like that. I didn't know it wasn't going to show me that it was fixed, but okay. So, yeah, I did it right. Okay, observe mystery goo. Okay, we've got science. See, 20 science right there from the surface, or from the atmosphere of, or not the atmosphere, but orbit of the moon, or suborbital trajectory on the moon. Okay, and let's go ahead and get that. Log pressure data, 24 science. Okay, and we're gonna go, not crew hatch. We want, there we go. And we're gonna come down here, get the crew report. So much science, so much science. Come back and close. Okay. So now, I'm going to fast forward again. Okay. And we're going to see where we are. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So we are way out there. Way out there. So we actually need to come out here to be the most efficient. We're going to come all the way out there. Actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Pretty much perfect anyway. We're going to go retrograde, and we're going to try to bring our periapsis within 30,000. And we'll see what happens, you know. We hopefully will have enough to get back to Kerbin. Hey, fly me to the moon. You completed a flyby of the moon. So there we go. We're gonna try to bring our periapsis all the way down to below 30,000 meters, which I think we can do. I think we'll be okay. Looks like we're gonna be okay. Just hopefully we don't accidentally get caught by the moon again. That would be bad. Because it could fling us anywhere. It could help us, it could hurt us. We don't know yet. Simply because of the, you know, everything that's going on. Alright. We've been on this mission for 6 days now. Alright, so we're gonna be able to make it in there. And we're gonna be fine, I believe. But This isn't bad for having figured out our delta V and our thrust weight and all that by hand. Not bad at all, I don't think. Alright, so we're getting close to this here. There we go. We're going to bring it down to there. Perfect. And then we're going to fast forward some more. Boom. We'll go up to that here. Just don't get caught by the moon again. No! We got caught by the moon again. Dang it. Which flung us into this weird orbit here. Okay. Let's just go from here. I think we'll be okay. We're gonna be cutting it close, but I think we'll be okay. I don't want to have to mount a rescue mission. I hate rescue missions in this game, especially at this early stage where I don't have the claw to grab things. I hate that. I've got 20 minutes before my next stream starts. I'm gonna see if I'm actually gonna hop into the streaming chat channel. There we go. Okay, we might be okay. We might be okay. As long as this number goes below 70,000 meters, technically we're gonna be okay. It sucks if it stays that high, but we'll be okay if that happens. So we'll just have to see what happens. I think we're gonna be okay, barely, maybe. I don't know. Let's increase the throttle a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be cutting it close. It's gonna be cutting it close, but I think we're gonna be okay. We're also lowering our apoapsis, ironically. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be fine. Again, it might suck, but we're gonna be fine. We're gonna bring it down to about 50. There we go, and we'll sail closer to it this time. Once we get inside, we're gonna use the rest of our delta V to bring it even lower and possibly land this time. Okay. So yeah, we might actually be able to land. We'll see. We might have to make one more pass depending on how good our delta V does.
Delta V.
Yep, delta V is important. So how you doing, Mezzy?
Be too heavy. Great.
Good deal. I am about to finish up this mission in Kerbal Space Program. Then I'm going to kill this stream, and then we can start Friday Night Smite at our usual starting time. I wasn't going to do this mission, but I figured, why not? I still had like 30 minutes, and then the mission went long. Alright, so, okay, good. I'm bringing down this, the apoapsis nicely. The periapsis is probably going to be dropping as well. Yeah, this is not going to be too bad, I don't think. Not going to be too bad. My apoapsis keeps dropping, or my periapsis keeps dropping. That's even better. We've got about... Oh, we've still got like 100 more seconds of delta V here. Don't kill me. I'm gonna try not to, Abraham. I'm gonna try not to kill you. Alright, we're getting very close. This is gonna work out nicely. And then I will get so much for having flown by the moon. I'll get that, the ability to build even bigger rockets, etc., etc. So yeah, Mezzy, I think you probably saw in the... You probably saw in the Discord channel where I said I went ahead and bought the Xbox version of Kerbal Space Program. And it looks like Messy's gone. He's still sitting there, but he's not responding. Let's go ahead and increase this here. Alright, and we are out of fuel. Boom. Ooh. There we go. We needed to let that go. So it didn't burn up an atmosphere. Well, that might burn up an atmosphere anyway. Ooh, I want that to go. What is my... Okay, my periapsis. My apoapsis and periapsis should still be sinking. Yeah. But if I'm actually gaining altitude here. So once... This will be my last pass. My next one I will definitely land. Once I get past 70, I will speed it up again. And what I just how do I don't have a good, there we go. What I just let go actually will end up crashing back into Kerbin as well. So that's not going to leave any debris in my sky. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to what we got here 4 times. When we get past 70, I'll do it again, and then we're definitely, or I say definitely, we should be able to land this next pass, as the atmosphere will slow me down a whole lot. If not, then definitely the pass after. I guess I can't switch map views while I'm warping. That's odd. Okay, there we go. I can go a lot faster. Okay. We're coming back down to 70, which will put me back to warp 1. There we go. And then I will go here. And again, hopefully, once our apoapsis becomes lower than 70, we're caught in, trajectory. Or if our periapsis reaches 0. Either way, that means that we are going to land that rotation. So this will be just a second. Here in 15 more minutes, we're going to go ahead and start our Friday night smite. So hopefully we're done with this here in the next 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the very, very most. Because then we've got our Friday night smite, and again, Mesafest will be joining me. So that's good. He's already in Discord, but he will be joining me for that. And then we're going to come, after Friday Night Smite is over, we're going to be coming back to Kerbal Space Program and trying to do even more missions. It'll be, and all this hand calculating deltaV and all that good stuff. What altitude are we even at? We're at 56 and we're going to go down to 47. We'll see what happens. As our apoapsis is still... There we go, so we can see better. As our apoapsis is still going lower. What do we got up here? Okay, good. Yeah, we explored the moon. Discard that, and so many things there. So we're going to come back with so much science. It's going to be insane. So much science. Apoapsis is still dropping, where we haven't even reached our periapsis yet. I'm going to go in here. I'm not sure why I can't. There we go. Sometimes I just can't switch camera views. But yeah, this, you see we've got some heat going on. If I go up here, you can see, or should be able to see, yeah, my ablator is actually losing some of its ability. But we're going to be absolutely fine with this. And I could have taken out that monopropellant to give us just a little bit more deltaV, but I really didn't need to. Yeah, so this is all that's happening in this screen. Looking at this screen, our apoapsis is still dropping. Our periapsis is still dropping too. It looks like this is going to be our last go round here, because our periapsis is going to drop into the ground. The lower we go, the quicker we slow down, which means the quicker everything drops. And our apoapsis, yeah, our periapsis is actually getting further away from us, which means that we are going to indeed land this go around. But this is an odd We've got a polar orbit going on right now. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's going to drop in there. But our apoapsis dropped below 70, which means, again, this is the time that we are going to land. We are only at 45, and our apoapsis is... We're quickly becoming the apoapsis. Let's switch this out, and yeah, we're gonna be landing this time. Basically, all I do at this point is I wait until the we're slow enough, about 400 meters per second, I believe, and then I can pop the parachutes, and then we can land. But we're going nearly parallel to the surface of the Earth right now. That'll start changing here in just a second. And you'll see a huge slowdown once we reach 30,000 meters and below. It'll slow down real quick. So that's what's going on. Again, you can see my ablator going down even more, but we've got plenty of ablator. See, these numbers over here are how quickly you're losing or gaining. Positive numbers means you're losing it. That's how much you're using. So positive numbers means it's going down. Negative numbers means you're gaining it because it's a negative usage. So electric charge, if it's negative, that means you're actually getting charged back up. Alright, so we are getting pretty close to that 30,000 mark. We're getting down below 40,000. This temperature is very, very hot. It doesn't show the temperature here. No. Wonder if it shows the temperature on the ablator. No, it does not. And I actually could, this is hilarious, I could actually jettison the heat shield. No reason to do that, but... Okay, once we get past that 30,000 mark, we should slow down enough to where you should see a huge difference, and then shortly thereafter we'll reach where we can actually pop these parachutes. I forget their actual... yeah, it's unsafe to deploy, obviously, right now. But I don't remember what their actual safe speed is. But we'll see. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. In fact, I didn't want to do that either. That's what I wanted to do. Just getting ready to pop the chutes whenever it's... It's a lot easier to actually pop the chutes when you don't know the controls. I have found that out. When you don't know what you're doing, it's a lot easier to make mistakes. I want this to be retrograde. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, see, we're dropping. Our speed is dropping so fast now. Our ablator usage is dropping down even. We're going to cool down here in just a second, and we're going to be fine. We're going to actually drop in and land after having made a pass by the moon. Had I known that we were going to be caught in the moon's gravity, I might have even been able to orbit it. Got us a lot more science. I didn't know that we were going to be able to get that close to the moon. I thought everything was wrong. I thought we were going to make a couple passes. But everything worked out nicely. Okay, pop the chutes, and I'm here at this point is where I actually go ahead and fast forward it, because I showed you before the reason for fast forwarding time, because it was going to take me 4 or 5 minutes to just drop to the Earth at the speed I was going. But we're going to be good now. And we're gonna have to cut this quick because I've got just 8 more minutes until my next stream starts, and there we go. And we're traveling even slower this time than we were before, but we're also lower. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you what I got for science. I'm gonna show you what I got for money and things like that. Then we're gonna go ahead and save it, cut out, and have this stream over with so I can set up for my next stream, which of course is Friday Night Smite with Mesophesto. 0 and 09 will not be here this evening. But Mesophesto will be joining me. And there's a possibility some other people will be too, I think, but I don't know that. But, alright, we're dropping pretty quickly now. Or, you know, speedily, and I guess not really quickly, because we have a time fast forwarded. Is the only reason we're going so fast. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut time, and we will recover vessel. Cool, nice mission. Thank you, Hector. It actually worked out. I was panicking there for a second when we got caught by the moon the second time. But, you know, without any patched conics or anything like that, it actually worked out nicely. And we came back. We flew by the moon. And look at all that science. We've got 160 science. We've got... Okay, yeah, we've got 658,000 funds. That's awesome. Of course, Jebediah earned some XP. I got an achievement to the moon and back. I visited the moon. All right, so we're going to exit there. We've got so much that we could buy here now, but I can't. I don't have the time to do it right now. I got a save game. I don't want to do quick save. It was, yeah, stream save, I believe it was called. And I got another follower. Thank you for the follow or the subscription, Hector. I appreciate that. And yeah, I will be back on this game after... Yes, overwrite it. I will be back on this game after my Friday night smite, which lasts from 9 to midnight, 9 to 1 o'clock, something like that, Central Standard Time. But I will be back on this game after that. I'm going to go ahead and quit to main menu here. And thank you all for watching. And I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. I will be back here in about 5 minutes.